Dann gehen wir mal in die Infirmary. Huh, a letter. Alright, it's probably from Fan 5B. This must have been what he meant by where the blue cross indicates. He took the letter, confirming that the sender was exactly who he thought. Yep, this is him alright. Should I do though? Honestly, I'm half tempted to just cram it in my pocket and keep going about my day. No, I think I should read it. What if it's about a crime he's already committed? I'd hate to just be sitting on this until later, only to find out when I read that it's too late to undo any harm he's done. You know, the letter sealed and out popped the card.
親愛なる7組の諸君へ、今日は君たちのために趣向を凝らしたもてなしを用意させてもらった。
Natürlich. Well, look at that. I'm already cutting opening this thing. I'm going to watch your radiance from afar, ever dazzled by its brilliance. The radiance is no doubt the fruit of the bonds you share with one another. Bonds which today I wish to test. I wish to see how you act when the seeds of distrust and discord are sown among you, and I shall be watching from close by. To witness so rare and priceless an occasion, I will be stealing from you one of your beloved classmates.
どうか心ゆくまでお付き合い願おう。
Do you want to know our classmates? Good. I have to tell the others about this. There's not a moment to...
さあ、それではゲームの始まりだ。せいぜい美しく踊りたまえ。
That's him. I can't believe he was able to access the ship's intercom system and even the lights. Oh, they're back on now. Let me turn and check on the others. Anyway, that's why I asked you all to come here, but... everyone seems to be present and accounted for. At least to me. Perhaps the whole business is about him stealing one of us was a lie then? I don't know, it doesn't seem like the type would go to all this effort and not follow through. I think he's already struck, stolen a member of Class 7 and assumed their identity. No way. If he did, he's a true master of disguise. Everyone looks the same as ever to me. I don't know if this is related to the current situation, but when the lights came back on, I found this card on the old factory in the area downstairs. It's one of B's calling cards. Can I have a look at it? George didn't read the card, and he began to read it aloud. Your 5th has been conducted successfully. I am now among your number. Usually I was right then. There's more. Having established that, allow me to lay down the rules of our little game. In Schwarzer, you should take up the mantle of detective. Your mystery is to discover whom among you I have replaced. To make things a little more interesting, I will allow Sophie to aid you as your assistant. Me? That is it, ma'am. This is all just some game to him. Actually, I have not taken the place of the detective or assistant, and not of your tutor either. I've assumed the identity of one another of Class 7's members. I look forward to your struggle to discover which one. Here's to your success. So we are potential suspects then? I sure we didn't choose Emma. Exclude Reen, Fee, and Instructor Sarah, at least 8 people that could be him. It's starting to sound kind of fun. As long as you're not suspecting me, it'll be much fun. Before we begin, however, I would like to set forth 2 rules, in the instance of a fair and enjoyable game, of course. Rule 1. questions must concern events that happened after you went to several rays from the bridge. Inquiring about things that happened before then, or about personal information you could not possibly know, is strictly forbidden. Rule 2. You may not consort with anyone outside of Class 7. That includes the Purple Lightning. Should you violate either of those rules, I can offer no guarantee of the safety of a missing member. I assume that by now you know me well enough to realize this is no idle jest. Yep, that's everything. Sure can fit it all on these cards. Runes ist eigentlich kleine Karten. So, don't say anything that might break the second rule. Yep, for the sake, I think it would be best for us to just keep our mouths shut and let him figure this out. Indeed, we can't risk putting whoever he is taking hostage in danger. I guess I'm in the off-limits camp too. Can't say I'm really afraid to think that creep is sitting right here among us. This is a game of Among Us. Who's the imposter? Indeed, especially when you can't even help Class 7 identify him. Yeah, just leave the stores. You get him. Okay. So now I think it would be best for us all to leave the room then. And be sure to tell everyone on board to stay away from this room too. Good luck everyone. Okay. Alright, you're finally ready to get us started. Now we just need to decide how we are going to work this out. The first rule is gonna be a pain. The one we're gonna only ask questions about things that happen after we all split up after being on a bridge. Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for that, this would be a fairly simple matter. Sure, I doubt you know that we had for dinner yesterday, for example, but all of us would. Which means the rule exists so he has plenty of time to savor the enjoyment before we work out the answer. Give me a break. So, which one of us is he pretending to be then? Don't really like having to doubt each other like this. We did say his intention was to test our bonds. I suppose this is one way to do that. Look somewhere out yet, Green? I wish. So far I've got nothing. How about you? Same here. You should give everyone a pat down. What? I guess not technically in violation of any of the rules. I see no harm in doing so. But don't worry, I ran the goods, we can do the boys. Well, I suppose it's fine, then. You seem strangely reluctant. I thought so, you're him, aren't you? What do you mean, you thought so? If you ask me, you're more likely to be the rat. Although frankly, I find it hard to believe that any imitation could capture the sheer arrogance that seeps from your very pore. I take it back. I find it equally ludicrous to think an imposter could duplicate your ability to overreact to the slightest provocation. Well, just these two are the same as ever. I think we're letting ourselves getting a bit sidetracked though. Let's get on with these pat-downs. 8 of them split into 2 groups of 3 and 3 conducting the pat-downs. Well, that didn't get us anywhere. Should we do the next? Ask everyone what they did after we split up earlier. That's probably the best place to start. That way we can piece together the day's events and see if any testimonies stand out as odd. So let's see. So Elliot, can you tell us what you've been up to? Oh well, I went down to the factory area of Markias because we wanted to make a few tweaks to our maps. After that, Marcus was still taking care of some stuff, but I hopped onto that right and left. I headed to the arts training room to see how the modification went and just basic it. So we went to the factory, got some weapon adjustment, and then went to test your stuff. And Marcus was with you initially, so he'll at least be able to verify that the first part happened. Gotcha. Thanks, Elliot. Wait, I saw someone else then. How about it, Marcus? Can you tell us what you've been doing? Of course. First, I stopped by the factory area in the hold with Elliot to have some adjustments made to our weapons. We finished up first and left. I stuck around waiting for my shotgun. About half an hour later, I finally left the hold as well and dropped by the game room, running into Kanal and juices. I ended up playing a fairly simple game of billiards too. You're still playing when all of this trouble happened. So we started a friendly game of billiards, just like that. Oh, you're such good friends. You're not. Anyway, thanks for giving us your account, Marcus. Wait, let's ask someone else then. Can you tell us about what you've been up to, Juices? Certainly. So I went to the close combat training room where I was brought for a while with Gaius. After practicing for a while, we parted ways, after which I went to the game room. I was there roughly 30 minutes before Ragnus. I wanted to break my peaceful reverie. This being is usually a noisy self, so I figured I'd shut him up by besting him at a game of billiards. You just have to go and make yourself sound superior, don't you? Take it easy there, guys. Seems to add up with Marcus' testimony. Thanks, Juices. Alright, let's ask someone else then. Gaius! Can you tell us what you were up to, Gaius? First, I swung by the close combat training room where Juices and I went a couple of rounds. Eventually, we both left the room and headed to the elevator together. I was first to get off at the third floor. On the elevator, I headed straight out to the front deck to enjoy the feeling of the breeze in my hair. So we joined with Juices, then went to the front deck. Thanks for your testimony, guys. Right, let's ask someone else then. Lisa, what were you up to during the time, Lisa? I was hanging around with William for a while. We were sitting and talking at one of those tables in the third floor hall. After a while, she remembered she had to do something and left. I stayed there, and pretty soon after, Princess Arvine passed by and invited me into the royal room. That's it, I think. So we were with the princess. Thanks, Teresa. It was a big help. Gut, jetzt sag someone else then. Würde nicht angesprochen bewegen. So, Miriam, can you tell us what you were up to during the time in question? Sure. At first, I was hanging out with Elisa at one of the tables at the third floor hallway. We were just sitting around talking now. But then I remembered my bear. Yeah? Got him from cramps, and I finally got him back from his train while we were in the room. Yeah, I forgot I hadn't put him somewhere nice yet, so I went straight to the nap room to plop him down there. Alright. Thanks, William. Yeah, let's move to our next suspect. Can you tell us what you were doing, Laura? Again, though I'm afraid there's really not much to tell. Everyone disappears, which shows to remain blind on the bridge, observing the crew at work. Oh, really? But really pointing crime further then. Thanks, Laura. Right, so that's someone else then. Can you tell us how you spend the time, Emma? Actually, I was with Fee the entire time. You were? Yep, she was. Celine was there too. They were both nearby when the lights went out too, so I'd have a hard time believing it's Emma. Wait, he's got no reason to lie, but we are dealing with P here, so it can't be 100% certain he isn't Emma. What we're doing together then? Yeah, first we went to the reference room so I could investigate something. And after that, we went to the kitchen. Go check out Fee. Yep, all of it. Okay then, thanks Emma. Well, that's everyone. So just asking everyone individually may not be enough to prove anything. Some could be lying. To get a point, it might be good to get info about what people are doing from someone other than themselves. Maybe you should ask if they saw anyone else. Oh, I didn't mention it. That's a good idea. Thanks for the tip, Fee. Spotty assistants too. Not true enough. In that case. You said you went down to the factory area with Machias, right? Then you went to the arts training room. Do you happen to spot anyone besides Machias doing all of that? Actually, I did. On the way to the arts training room, I passed Juices and Gaius together and said hi to them. Checks out. Alright. I may as well take this opportunity to answer for myself. I saw no one other than Elliot, and those I've already specified I met. As for me, I saw Elisa sitting alone at one of the tables on the third floor when I went down there. Assuming everything we heard earlier is true, We must have been there after Miriam left and before Princess Arvin arrived. Alright. There's a few people out of the way then. Okay, let's ask the next person. Der Alisa gemenschen wurde? Gehen wir mal zu Alisa weiter. Says you sat down and talked with Miriam for a while before she left. Then later you went right into the royal room, right? That's right, yeah. Other than them, I did see Gaius pass through after Miriam left. That must have been when he was on his way to the front decks to enjoy the wind or whatever. That's all though, I didn't see anyone else. Good, thanks. From your mom Miriam. So after we finished talking with Alisa, you went to the nap room, right, Miriam? Did you see anyone other than Alisa doing all of this? Oh, not at all. I wish I'd just stayed there though. And I might have gotten invited to see Princess Arthur too. I mind it for now. I think that's all we're gonna get. I'm gonna Marcus. Met with Ellie and Juices, right, Marcus? Did you happen to spot anyone else while you were going about your business? I did, actually. I noticed Emma and Fee as I entered the game room. There must have been when they were headed to the kitchen. So you saw Emma and Fee entering the kitchen, got it. I didn't realize I had to see them going through there. Same, I must have let my guard down. It's no need to feel bad about it. We're just walking around courageous, attacking a secret base. Laura noch auf der Brücke. You said you stayed on the bridge after everyone else left, right, Laura? Yep, and of course, what follows that I saw none of our other classmates after that. Or did they see me? Enough. Yeah, not much that we can do about that. And when you went to the reverend's room, then to the kitchen, right? And Fee was with you the whole time, right? We didn't see anyone else while you were running around, did you? Can I answer this one, right? Of course, we did, yes. We were on our way to the kitchen, we saw Juices enter the game room. I didn't see anyone else, though. Did you see Juices, Fee? Yep. That's a relief. So this isn't conclusive proof, the Bleublanc is masquerading as Emma, but oh well. Actually, wir wissen jetzt, warum er es ist. Also ich weiß es. Ich werde es auflösen, bevor ich die Lösung gebe. Weil das, wenn du es weißt, fällt, also das Detail fällt sofort auf. Okay, we've asked everyone here what they did, and if they saw anyone else, while they were doing it. Wanna go over it all again? Yeah, let's do that. First, the places where everyone started out were, correctly, the markers were at the Oval Factory on the first floor. Juices and guys were in the close combat training room on the fourth floor. Alice and Miriam were at one of the tables in the third floor hallway. Friday and Emma and I were in the reference room on the second floor. Aside from Laura, who has no alibi, all of them were in groups of two. Sure, which means everything you just listened to is likely to be genuine. As for what they did afterwards, though, we go over that now. He left the old factory before Marcus did, and then went to the arts training room alone. On the way there, he also met Gaius and Juices. Yep. After that, Gaius he went to the deck on the third floor, and Juices went to the game room on the second floor. That's right. And on my way there, I saw Elisa alone on the third floor hallway. This means I must have already left for the nap room by then. Yep. Except with Marcus. About 20 minutes after Elliot left the factory room, he finished his business there as well and headed to the game room. It does seem to match with my own experience, seeing as I was in the room alone for some time before he arrived. Yep, when I was walking into the game room, I noticed Emma and Fee walking into the kitchen. So Emma and Fee themselves started on the reference room, as I mentioned earlier, but eventually he moved onto the kitchen. Kind of except how long we spent in the reference room door. But as we left and were on our way to the kitchen, we saw Juices heading into the game room. And that's everyone. Hey, do you have a security party, Wien? Yep, I've got a good idea now. You do? Your co-assignment on screen? Got to share your idea with us then. Okay, the one who's actually Phantom Thief B in disguise is none other than Machias. Warum? Juices sagt, Er war 30 Minuten im Game Room, bevor Marcus reinkam. Emma und Fee sagen, sie haben Juices gesehen, als er in den Game Room reingekommen ist, als sie zur Küche gelaufen sind. Marcus sagt, er hätte vom Game Room aus Fee und Emma in die Küche laufen sehen. Was nicht sein kann. Weil sie haben gerade in dem Moment Juices in den Game Room laufen sehen und Marcus sollte im Game Room für die nächsten 30 Minuten gar nicht erst dahin kommen. Das heißt, Marcus später kann Marcus nie die beiden in die Küche laufen sehen haben. Hier, Marcus. Und Emma ist diejenige, die nicht darüber gelogen haben kann, wer sie gesehen hat und wer sie nicht gesehen hat, weil Fee sie halt deckt und Fee ist halt safe. By me. What's your evidence? Hey Marcus, I just saw you and Emma enter the kitchen area, right? But if you did, where does it leave Emma's testimony? In the fact that she saw Juices enter the game room? That's right. These two testimonies are at odds with each other. After all, Juices said that Marcus came into the game room roughly 30 minutes after he himself arrived. Right? That's correct. Which means, exactly, there's no way Marcus could have seen Emma and Fee when he claims he did. Just not possible. Well, you say that. But if it's Emma who's in the wrong. It's true, our testimonies contradict each other, yes, but why assume mine is suspect? By the way, also man kriegt extra Bonuspunkte, wenn man den richtigen pickt. Es gibt ein Note, das aber, also das Guide ist primär für die von der Vita-Version geschrieben. Nach dem Japanisch-Patch kriegt man auch einen Punkt, wenn man Emma pickt. Also sie ist theoretisch sein können, aber sie ist mit dem Konflikt Testimony. Mag ich sowieso eigentlich das Aspekt. Because Emma wasn't the only one who saw Juices. I did too. Which makes you our number one suspect. Undoubtedly, my dear Fee, the doppelganger right in our midst is none other than Marcus. I'm sure of it. The game is up, Fan 5B.
よくぞ見抜いた。そうとも。私が怪盗 B だ。
That's because you really my eyes. You got us good. I'm impressed you were able to discern the truth from picking up on such small inconsistencies. Or perhaps I extended too generous in helping you along after all. Helping us along? So your suspicious testimony was deliberate then? Spare us your cape fluttering theatrics and just tell us where Marcus is. This game is over. Such a lovely rejoinder. What shall I say this? The narrow storehouse.
さらばだ諸君。次なるステージでまた会おう。
Why does he do that? I mind it now. We need to rescue Marcus. At least he didn't make the clue all hard and stuff. Yep, I can't think of anywhere other than the storage room on the 3rd floor. That would fit the description. Let's go take him out, I guess. Ouch. I wish I could have been there when you were captured. Just a silly look on your face. You look a bit tied up, Marcus. Stop going out of time! Sehr schön. With Marcus saved and everyone else set about trying to find Phantom 5B, unsurprisingly he was nowhere to be found. Still, they at least managed to avoid any harm from his antics, so for the most part, all was well that ended well. Und wir kriegen das Cape vom Bleublanc. Die ich eh schon equipped habe. Dann gehen wir Richtung Road. Asking you see courageous. Replying there whenever you wish to start line and I will request. Now to row using the courageous. Saxon Ironmine. Maria. Can also now fly to the 4 spirit shrines that were discovered directly. Yeah, shrine. Alia Shrine. Terra Shrine. Yaku Shrine. The main story will advance when you cleave any of these, one of these shrines, so be absolutely certain to do everything else you want to do first. Alright. Dann gehen wir erstmal nach Rolle. Machen direkt mal einen Turn Richtung Nordic Highway. Dann müssen noch irgendwo eine Trial Chest rumliegen. Die Frage ist, wo lag die hier? Dafür muss ich noch mal. Ich muss gar noch nicht mehr versuchen. Okay. Ja, ich weiß es wieder. Ah, perfekt. Das bietet sich gut an, wo die Trial Chest ist. So, dann brauche ich erstmal ganz kurz Courageous Call, Just Party. Dieser muss mal kurz raus. So. Die Penguins haben wir schon.
敵ユニットの傾向を解析完了だよ行こう母ちゃんトランスフォーム狙いを定めて
Seit wann haben wir den Esprit? Ich hab das Ding noch nie gesehen. Damn! Warum? Wo gerade die Augen schweben sehr hat.
お疲れ様でした。いいん。いや、任せなさいっての。
Fun of Onyx. Nice. Just party. So, dann kommen wir uns als nächstes dich da unten. Cryptide. Ist wieder mal Cryptide Fighting Time. By the way, wir werden die letzten beiden Cryptides dann auch dran machen.
やったね。完全。
Das ist noch der und der andere ist in der Eisengard Range. Wollen wir als letztes machen. Hallo. Purgatory Wolf Hangana.
強敵です。どうか気をつけて。行こっか。
Scheine die
アー
Bombe
クス
so.
駆動。はっ。
行くぞ。さあ、
Moderate.
一気に行くぞ。
了解しま。任せてちょうだい。行くわよ。行きます。アークス駆動。やっ。私の番だね。
Ich packe halt was ich jetzt einfach einen Arzt direkt drauf verwalle.
ほいっと。
So, rechts.
甘いよ。チャンス。そんじゃ一気に決めよう。
任せてくれ。
それ。
参る。さあ、一気に行くぞ。
や、はい、分かった。ええ。
So.
アークス駆動。私の番だね。
Telescope.
やっ。
Hm?
甘いよ。チャンス。
隙あり。
はい。はあ。任せて。せい。えい。崩れた。
隙あり。俺の番だな。そこだ。た。今だ。
いただき。
甘い。
Maul.
やっ。 します。ありがとう。 行こっか。せーの。やあ、とどめ。崩れた。
隙あり。甘い。今だ。ここだ。
Kind of Russian.
や
せい。
あ、や
参る。
Russia's glaube ich
さあ
besser.
一気に行くぞ。
了解。行こっか。排除する。崩れた。
隙あり。
やあ、
Gucken, wie Full Power das zu Lost Eden reingeht. Yup.
私の番ね。
Yup. Asbara nur noch am meisten Damage.
踊りなさい。大いなる輝きよ、我が弓に宿れ。レディエンスアーク。
Das macht er sich natürlich. Nee.
甘いよ。崩れた。
隙あり。
行こっか。
Oh. Was mal mit der Shining.
アークス駆動。
参る。さあ一気に行くぞ。
ラジャ。はっ。行くよ。
Okay, ich kriege den Mod.
シルフィードダンス。一丁上がり。
Die haben Artifacts down gegeben. Aber gut, jetzt ist das ganze Turn nicht gekostet. Okay, das war wieder runter.
崩れた。行こっか、リン。
任せてくれ。
スイッチ。
はっ。させるか。
Du kannst auch Artscast protecten? Interesting. Stop hitting
私
yourself.
の番ですね。
Why are you rating yourself? Was ist? Okay, mir spart er das neuen. Okay. Dann von dem
アー
Vogel
ク
ist.
ス駆動。私の番ね。行くわよ。
俺の番だな。さあ一気に行くぞ。
ラジャ。行こっか。はっ。チャンス。
隙あり。
はっ。
Wird gelasert.
チャージします。ありがとう。それ。
隙あり。
私の番だね。せーの。やあとどめ。チャンス。
隙あり。行くぞ。青き炎よ、我が剣に集う。はあ、チャンス。
甘いよ。崩れた。
隙あり。
ええ。
Wasserwind? Hab ich das zufällig? Nope.
行くわよ。行きます。アークス駆動。甘いよ。チャンス。
隙あり。
私の番だ。はっやっやっ。
Ja, sehr, sehr gut wie dran. Mein Gott, und sehr nervös.
チャンス。
隙あり。
2 Damage.
やっ。
Uff. Get smoked.
これで一安心ですね。